What's going on, Pixel Hackers? Christian from PixlFeed here, and in this video I'm going to explain to you how manual bidding works with Facebook ads, the different types of manual bidding inside Facebook ads. But before we get into it, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's dive right in. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to log in into your ads manager, and you're going to go ahead and create a campaign if you don't have one yet, or you can edit one of the ones you have. I don't recommend doing that, but I'm just going to show you here one of my ad sets so I can show you where you go. So when you go to edit on your ad set level, you're going to see your conversion objective, you're going to see your budget, you're going to see your targeting and your placements and all that good stuff. When you get to the bottom, you're going to see this little window here that says cost control optional. This is where you input your bid. And then if you want to see additional bid strategies, you can go in here and it shows you the different type of bid strategies that you can use. Okay, so let me break it down for you. So basically you have lowest cost, you have cost cap, you have bid cap, and you have target cost. So lowest cost is basically you're telling Facebook to get you the most conversions for your budget, regardless of what those conversions are going to cost you. So the benefits is that you're hands off. You don't have to worry about your managing the bidding, and it's going to reach all the lowest cost opportunities while spending your budget. The only thing that sucks is that you have no control over the cost. So Facebook is going to grab the cheapest conversions that it can at first, and then costs are going to keep rising and rising and rising. So you might be going over your CPA, your cost per acquisition at some point, which will cost you to lose profitability. And then you're going to have to kill that ad set and start a new one and then go from there. So that is your lowest cost. If you're a newbie and you don't know your numbers, you definitely have to start with your lowest cost. Why is that? Because Facebook AI is pretty good about bidding for you in the auction and getting you those sales. And this is how you're going to learn your KPIs. This is how you're going to learn your numbers. If you don't know what your cost per acquisition is, or your cost per lead is, or cost per purchase is, then you can't just go out there and start bidding like crazy. You're going to lose money. Once you know your exact numbers and you can see a trend across your data, then you know, okay, my average cost per acquisition is, $20. That means that I can bid this much in order to get a result, or I'm willing to pay this much for a result. Okay, so let's move on into the other different types of manual bidding. So the next one that I'm going to touch here is bid cap, and this is one of my favorites. Bid cap is that you're telling Facebook you want to spend the maximum amount in the auction to win it. So this bidding strategy is similar to eBay, where you might bid $100 for an RC car, remote control car. But let's say someone else bids $1, okay? Well, you won't pay the 100, but you will pay the next highest bid, which will be $2 to win that RC car. So I hope that makes sense. So let me explain that again. So let's say that your bid is $100. You're throwing your bid, way out of the window. Like Facebook knows this is ridiculous. But this is how you're kicking people out of the auction, because people that don't know what they're doing are using lowest cost. Facebook is going to choose the lowest bid that it can, or they're usually going to go for the lowest bid that they can because they're being cheap. So they're going to go, okay, I'm willing to bid $1, but I'm willing to bid 100, which kicks 99% of people out of the auction. So basically, Facebook is going to get me the next highest bid. So if you bid $1, I'm going to get it at 2. If you bid 2, I'm going to get it at 3, and so on and so on and so on. So that's how you kick everyone's ass out of the auction. Okay. Next, you're going to have your target cost. And target cost is you're telling Facebook you only want to have conversions at a plus minus 10%. So you're giving Facebook a 10% up and down room to play with in order to get you that acquisition or that conversion. So let's say if your bid is $20, then it's going to find you conversions between $18 and $22. So it's in that range, that 10% up and minus range. But if there's a conversions for $17.99 or $22.01, Facebook is not going to enter into that auction, because it's only going to play with that 10%. It's not going to go up. It's not going to go up and down more than that. It's just that 10% room that it's going to play with, which gives you a little bit more flexibility. You're telling them like, hey, I'm willing to spend just a little bit more or a little bit less in order to get that sale. So it's more it's best for getting consistent costs. You're gonna know what your costs are going to be. So this is when you already have a pretty good idea of what your costs are and you're willing to pay that up and down 10%, okay? And then you got your cost cap, which is, this is what we use for volume. We're going for volume. So it's kind of a hybrid between bid cap and target cost, that it has the ability to grab low conversions similar to bid cap, but it has a top end threshold that it's not going to bid over. So if your bid is at $20 and there are $5 conversions, then it's going to enter the auction for those. It's going to go low for those conversions. But if there's a $30 conversion, it's not going to go for that $30 conversion. So you're telling it, hey, I am not willing to pay more than 20, but if you see something that's $5, you better get your ass out there and get it for me. Okay? So, cost cap, like I said, the cost, it's going to increase as the budget increases, but it gives you the flexibility to go for the lowest hanging fruit. One of the issues that I see all the time is people not bidding enough on the cost cap. So what I do and I recommend with cost cap is that you start, whatever your number is, you start at a low number. And then if there's no traction on that ad set, you basically just you move the bid up a little bit higher. So let's say you're bidding $20, you move it up to 25. And then if the ad set starts getting traction, that means you're getting into the auction. And then you can keep moving up to hit that sweet spot where the volume is going to be consistent and you're still going to get those lower cost conversions, but it's not going to go over that cost cap. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. The other two types of auctions that Facebook has been rolling out is value optimization with minimum ROAS, return on ad spend, and highest value. I only seen this on a few accounts. I haven't seen it in all accounts, and that's why I haven't really brought it up. But basically what it is ROAS, value optimization with minimum ROAS is, it focuses on campaign performance and bottom line ROAS, return on ad spend. So it's going to get you the most opportunities while maintaining that even return on ad spend. What's not good about it is specific to value optimization. And, if you set the benchmark too high, if you set up your ROAS too high, it's going to lead to under delivery, just like cost cap. It's just not going to move. Okay. And then the highest value is going to be specific to value optimization. It's hands off, so you don't have to deal with it, but it's able to achieve the highest value results while spending your budget. I haven't really played with it that much, but that's what it does. Again, these are my favorite ones. Going back to it, lowest cost if you're a newbie, learn your numbers, learn your KPIs. Based on those numbers, then you can move into your manual bidding, which is cost cap, bid cap, target cost. Cost cap, get the most results possible while staying within that benchmark of cost per auction. It's gonna go for the lower hanging fruit, but it's not gonna go over that cost cap that you set. Bid cap, reach the most results without exceeding your bid cap. Bid is not the same as the average cost of your results and reporting. So remember, if you set your bid ultra high at $100 and somebody bids $1, you automatically going to bid $2, so you kick him out of the auction. And then you got your target cost, which is going to be, it's going to seek results that cost close to the goal you set, that 10% up and down. So it's going to play with that 10% a little bit higher, 10% a little bit down. Those are different types. Those are the different types of manual bidding. This is how you can know your numbers inside out. And this is how you can figure out what your winning ad sets is with the perfect audience, then move them into their own winning CBO campaign when you can have a big budget, go hard, and scale out of this world. So I hope that makes sense. If you like this video, make sure to click one of the videos right here to my left. Go watch it. Keep learning. That's how you're going to be successful. I'll see you in the next video.